Listen, I've seen things. I've seen the best of us, and I've seen the worst. I've seen the fire in a man's eyes when he's reaching for his dreams, and I've seen the cold, dead stare of a soul consumed by malice. You're here today because you felt that chill. You felt that shadow creeping up on you. You felt the unsettling sense that someone doesn't just dislike you, they want to erase you. Let's be real. Some people, they just don't like you. Maybe it's your personality, maybe it's your success, maybe it's just a clash of energies. That's life. You shrug it off, you keep moving. But then there's another kind of animosity, a darkness that goes beyond simple dislike, a hunger for your downfall. I'm here to talk about 7 SIGs. A person doesn't just hate you, they want to destroy you. Now, this isn't just a cautionary tale, it's a wake-up call. In every person's journey through life, there comes a time when you must look in the mirror and ask yourself, who truly stands by me and who is plotting my downfall? The truth is, there are forces out there driven by envy, bitterness, and unresolved pain who would rather see you fall than watch you rise. And while that might seem like an insurmountable challenge, it is exactly in these moments of adversity that our strength, resilience, and spirit are forged. When I look into your eyes today, I see warriors, soldiers in the battle of life who refuse to cower in the shadows of intimidation. I see the potential for greatness in each and every one of you. And I'm here to remind you of that burning truth. No matter how many may try to stand in your way, no matter how vicious their intent, your destiny is your own. I'm convinced that nothing we do is insignificant, the great Mother Teresa once said. And so it is, every action, every choice, every step you take has meaning. Even the pain that is inflicted upon you by those who wish you ill, if you allow it to transform you, to sharpen your resolve, then you have already won half the battle. Let me begin by telling you a story, my story, your story, the story of every person who has ever been underestimated. I remember a time when I was young, when the world seemed determined to cast me aside, to tell me that I was nothing more than a shadow on the wall. There were those who whispered in dark corners, who sneered and plotted behind closed doors. I could feel their eyes on me, a mix of disdain and outright malice. But I learned early on that when the world tells you that you're destined to be broken, you have two choices. You can either allow that darkness to consume you, or you can harness it, turn it into the fuel that propels you forward. And so I chose to rise. I chose to fight back, not with anger, but with a steadfast belief in my own worth. And that, my friends, is the beginning of every journey to greatness. The first sign that someone not only hates you, but seeks to destroy you is the act of relentless undermining. Imagine this. Every word you speak, every effort you make to better yourself is met with a sneer, a sarcastic remark, or even outright sabotage. This isn't just criticism, it's a calculated effort to erode your self-confidence, to chip away at the foundation of who you are. It's like they're carving away at a statue until there's nothing left but rubble. As Winston Churchill once said, success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to continue that counts. And so you must continue. When you face those who try to tear you down, let every negative word become a stepping stone. Every attempt to diminish your spirit be the spark that ignites a fire in your soul. Learn to distinguish between constructive criticism and the venom of those who wish you ill. Stand firm in your truth and never let the cynics rewrite your story. The second sign is when someone's actions are cloaked in feigned kindness, a wolf in sheep's clothing. There are those who wear smiles, offer comforting words, and extend a hand of friendship, only to hide a corrosive intent beneath. Their gestures may appear generous on the surface, but beneath that veneer lies a calculated plan to sabotage your progress. They are the ones who will congratulate you just before pulling the rug from under your feet. The Bible reminds us that a man's heart plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps. And while this may speak to divine providence, it also reminds us that our inner compass must guide us more than any outward gesture. Look beyond the surface. Evaluate actions over words. If you notice a pattern, a consistent effort to derail your success wrapped in the guise of support, then you know you're dealing with someone who harbors a destructive intent. The third sign to be aware of is when someone constantly mirrors your vulnerabilities back at you. They become hyper aware of your weaknesses and exploit them at every opportunity. Imagine having your insecurities held up in a mirror, magnified until you start to believe that they are insurmountable faults. This is not a mere reflection of truth. It's a deliberate manipulation designed to discredit and destabilize you. I want you to remember the words of Eleanor Roosevelt, who once said, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent." When someone uses your vulnerabilities against you, understand that their goal is to keep you from believing in your own power. Instead, turn that reflection into a source of strength. Acknowledge your imperfections, work on them if you must, but never allow them to define your potential. For every perceived weakness, there lies an opportunity to cultivate resilience and transform it into a testament to your unwavering strength. The fourth sign comes in the form of isolation. Those who wish to see you destroyed often try to sever the ties that connect you to your support network. They understand that isolation is the breeding ground of despair, a place where doubt can flourish unchecked. It might start subtly, a comment here, a suggestion there to step back or take it easy, until you find yourself gradually cut off from the very people who empower you. But know this: isolation is the enemy of progress. It is the silence before the storm of self-doubt. And as the great Maya Angelou once reminded us, we may encounter many defeats, but we must not be defeated. If you find yourself drifting away from those who care about you, take deliberate steps to reforge those bonds. Surround yourself with mentors, friends, and family who believe in your potential. In their light, the shadows of isolation will shrink, and you will find the courage to stand tall in the face of adversity. The fifth sign is when someone consistently twists your words and intentions. Communication is the lifeblood of any relationship, but when someone repeatedly distorts your meaning, they aim to paint you as the villain in your own narrative. It's as if every time you speak, your truth is contorted until it no longer resembles what you meant to say. This insidious form of manipulation can leave you doubting your own reality. Yet, remember the wise words of Mahatma Gandhi: an eye for an eye only ends up making the whole world blind. Instead of succumbing to the confusion and frustration that comes from having your words twisted, strive to articulate your truth with clarity and conviction. Hold fast to your narrative. When others attempt to rewrite your story, let your voice be louder, more determined, and unwavering in its pursuit of justice. In doing so, you reclaim the narrative and ensure that your truth remains intact. The sixth sign is perhaps one of the most painful: the betrayal of trust. There are times when you may feel that a person who once stood by your side is now orchestrating your downfall. It is a deep, gut-wrenching betrayal that cuts more deeply than any physical blow. Trust, once shattered, is hard to repair. Yet, as Nelson Mandela so powerfully expressed, the greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. When betrayal rears its ugly head, let it be a lesson rather than a life sentence. Take the time to heal, to understand that betrayal is not a reflection of your worth, but rather a commentary on the character of the betrayer. Use this experience as a catalyst to fortify your heart, to build relationships on the bedrock of mutual respect and integrity. Do not allow the actions of one person to dictate the course of your future. Instead, let the memory of that betrayal remind you of your own strength and capacity for forgiveness, not for their sake, but for your own freedom. Finally, the seventh sign is when someone's presence feels like a dark shadow that looms over every aspect of your life. It's that persistent, gnawing sense that no matter how high you soar, there's an unseen force determined to pull you back down to the depths of despair. This is not mere dislike or casual indifference. It's an active, corrosive effort to drain your spirit and leave you in a state of perpetual struggle. It might manifest in subtle ways: a constant undermining of your confidence, a relentless barrage of negativity, or even a quiet, almost imperceptible effort to extinguish the light within you. But know this: you have the power to banish any shadow that dares to darken your path. Do what you have to do so you can do what you want to do, he reminded us through his actions and his words. Let that be your guiding light. Recognize the darkness for what it is, a temporary force that seeks to challenge you, not a permanent state of being. And when you do, you reclaim your power, stepping into the brilliance of your own potential. Throughout this journey of understanding these seven signs, it is crucial to recognize that these actions do not define you. They are not a measure of your worth or your capacity for greatness. Instead, they are the obstacles that the universe places in your path to test your resolve, to see if you have the mettle to rise above the trials of life. Every challenge, every act of malice, every attempt to tear you down is an invitation to stand up a little taller, to dig a little deeper, and to fight a little harder for the life you deserve. Consider for a moment the nature of adversity. Adversity is not something that seeks you out simply to cause pain. It is a mirror that reflects your innermost strength, a test that refines your character and sharpens your vision. It's like a sculptor chiseling away at a block of marble. Every strike of the chisel, every setback, every betrayal is aimed at revealing the masterpiece hidden within. And that masterpiece is you. You are not defined by the shadows cast by others, but by the light that shines from within. Now let us reflect on what it means to transform adversity into advantage. Think about the words of Oprah Winfrey, who once said, "Turn your wounds into wisdom." This is not just a clever play on words. It is a powerful reminder that the trials you endure are not merely obstacles. They are opportunities. Opportunities to learn, to grow, and to emerge stronger than ever before. Every time someone tries to destroy you with their negativity, every time you feel the weight of their disdain, let it be a catalyst for your own transformation. Embrace the pain, but do not let it consume you. Instead, use it to fuel your determination to succeed, to rise above the petty grievances of those who seek your downfall. When you face the relentless undermining of your character, remember that every setback is a setup for a comeback. Every time you are told that you cannot, let it ignite a fire within you that burns even brighter with the determination to prove them wrong. As the great Muhammad Ali declared, "I am the greatest. I said that even before I knew I was." This is the spirit you must embody. Know that no matter how many times life knocks you down, you have the strength to rise, to get back up, and to shine even brighter in the face of adversity. In your journey, you may encounter those who pretend to be your friends, whose smiles hide their true intentions. To these individuals, I say, you do not deserve your time, or your energy. Instead, focus on those who lift you up, who genuinely celebrate your successes, and who stand by you in times of trial. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, who challenge you to be the best version of yourself, and who remind you that your destiny is greater than the sum of your adversities. As Steve Jobs once proclaimed, your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. So commit to your own greatness, and let nothing, no person, no circumstance deter you from your path. There will be moments when the betrayal, the isolation, and the constant undermining may seem overwhelming. In those moments, it is essential to remember that you have a reservoir of inner strength that has carried you through the darkest of nights. Every trial you face is a chapter in the epic story of your life, a story of resilience, determination, and ultimate triumph. Do not allow the negativity of others to dim the brightness of your future. Instead, let it be the anvil upon which your spirit is tempered. Embrace the struggle, knowing that every hardship is a stepping stone on the path to greatness. And so, my friends, as you walk through the valleys of betrayal and the peaks of triumph, remember that you are the master of your destiny. The signs that someone might not just hate you, but want to destroy you are not indictments of your character. They are tests of your resolve. They are the crucibles in which your true strength is forged. When you see someone trying to undermine your every effort, look to that moment as an opportunity to rise. When you feel isolated by the forces of negativity, reach out, build bridges, and reaffirm the bonds that strengthen your soul. And when your vulnerabilities are laid bare for exploitation, embrace them as the very things that make you human, and by extension, infinitely resilient. This speech is not just about surviving the onslaught of detractors. It's about thriving in spite of them. It's about taking every blow, every betrayal, and every act of malice and transforming it into a stepping stone toward the life you are meant to lead. There will be days when the weight of the world seems unbearable, when the voices of those who wish to destroy you echo too loudly for you to hear your own inner voice. But in those moments, remember that you have a choice. You can either allow the darkness to swallow you whole, or you can choose to shine brighter than ever before. I encourage you today, stand tall in the face of adversity, embrace your struggles, for they are the fuel that propels you to greatness. Let every act of treachery be a reminder of the power that lies within you. The journey ahead may be fraught with challenges, but it is also filled with opportunities to redefine yourself, to become the person you were always meant to be. As the renowned Martin Luther King Jr. once said, the ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. Today, I challenge you to stand firmly in your truth, to be unyielding in the pursuit of your dreams, and to never let the forces of negativity dictate your destiny. Take a moment to reflect on all the trials you have overcome in your life. Think of the times when the odds were stacked against you, when the world seemed to conspire to keep you down. And now, look at you, standing here, stronger and more determined than ever before. Each scar, each wound is a testament to your resilience. They are the medals of honor in the war against adversity. Embrace them as symbols of your strength, as proof that you have weathered the storm and emerged not as a victim, but as a victor. Let these signs of betrayal, manipulation, and isolation serve not as harbingers of doom, but as reminders of the battles you have fought and won. They are the shadows that highlight the brilliance of your light. When someone seeks to destroy you, remember that they are merely a footnote in the epic tale of your life, a transient force that can never extinguish the flame of your spirit. Instead, channel your energy into building a future that is defined not by the actions of others, but by your own unwavering determination and vision. I want you to look within and recognize that you have the power to overcome any obstacle. Every moment of doubt, every instance of betrayal is an opportunity to reaffirm your commitment to yourself. You are not defined by the negativity of others, but by the strength of your own character. And as you continue on this journey, let your life be a testament to the power of perseverance, a living example of the fact that no force in the world can ever truly break you unless you allow it. Now, as you step forward into the challenges of tomorrow, hold your head high. Walk with the assurance that you are prepared for whatever lies ahead. The road may be rocky and the journey may be long, but you are equipped with the lessons learned from every hardship. You carry within you the indomitable spirit of those who have come before and the promise of greatness that is yet to be fulfilled. Remember the words of the great poet Ralph Waldo Emerson. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. Trust in that inner strength. Trust in your ability to transform adversity into triumph. As I conclude this speech, I urge you all to keep moving forward with a relentless passion and a resolute heart. Let no one's hatred or destructive intent cloud your vision. Instead, let every sign of negativity become a rallying cry for you to rise even higher. When the world tells you that you are meant to be broken, show them that you were born to be unbreakable. And when faced with those who try to destroy you, respond not with anger, but with a profound, unwavering determination to live your life to the fullest, a life defined by purpose, passion, and the pursuit of excellence. In every moment of struggle, every instance where you face betrayal or isolation, remember that you are not alone. The spirit of resilience flows through you, connecting you to a legacy of strength that spans generations. You are a beacon of hope in a world that sometimes seems determined to dim your light. And as long as you hold on to that truth, no one, no matter how fiercely they may try, can ever truly destroy you. So go out into the world with courage and conviction. Embrace the challenges that come your way, knowing that they are but stepping stones on the path to your ultimate greatness. Let the scars of betrayal be your battle scars, symbols of a life that has been lived fully with passion and purpose. And when you feel the weight of another's malice, remember that the only measure of your worth is the strength of your heart and the clarity of your vision. Today, I stand before you not just as a speaker, but as a testament to the incredible power of the human spirit. I stand here to remind you that every dark cloud, every attempt to cast you into shadow, is merely an opportunity to showcase the light that burns within you. The journey may be fraught with pain and betrayal, but it is also rich with the potential for redemption, for transformation, and ultimately for triumph. In closing, I want to leave you with one final thought. There is no force in this universe greater than the human spirit when it is ignited by a purpose greater than itself. Whether you face the relentless undermining of those who envy your success, the hollow gestures of false friends, the exploitation of your vulnerabilities, or the crushing isolation wrought by those who wish you harm, know that you have within you the strength to rise, to overcome, and to ultimately shine brighter than you ever thought possible. Each of the 7 signs we've discussed today is not a mark of defeat. It's a call to arms, a reminder that you were meant for greatness and a challenge to prove it to the world. Carry this message in your heart, that no matter how many forces conspire against you, your destiny is not to be destroyed, but to be defined by your courage, resilience, and unwavering commitment to your dreams. Let your life be a declaration that you refuse to be a victim of circumstance, that you choose instead to be the architect of your own future. Rise above the noise, silence the doubters, and let every act of betrayal and every attempt to undermine you serve as a stepping stone towards a future filled with promise and hope. As you leave here today, take with you the spirit of all those who have overcome adversity before you. Know that you are not defined by the actions of those who wish to destroy you, but by the fire that burns within you, a fire that can never be extinguished, no matter how dark the night may become. Remember this: dreams without goals remain dreams, and they ultimately fuel disappointment. Goals, on the other hand, give you a clear picture of what you want to achieve, and you begin to see results. Set your goals high, aim for greatness, and let every challenge be the wind beneath your wings. Thank you, and may you walk forward with unyielding courage, knowing that your spirit is indestructible, your worth immeasurable, and your future as bright as the stars that light up the night sky. In this journey through life, remember that every sign of attempted destruction is not a verdict, but an invitation, a call to rise above, to build your fortress of strength, and to shine even in the darkest of times. Your story is yours alone, and no one has the power to write the ending but you. Keep your head high, your heart open, and your will unbreakable. Embrace the struggles, cherish the lessons, and let every setback be the beginning of a greater comeback. For in each moment of despair lies the seed of extraordinary triumph, waiting to bloom into the magnificent future that is uniquely yours. Now go out and show the world the indomitable spirit that resides within you. Stand tall, speak your truth, and let the echoes of your courage reverberate through every corner of your existence. Remember, you are not defined by the forces that try to bring you down, but by the relentless pursuit of your dreams, the unwavering commitment to your values, and the luminous hope that burns brightly within your soul. Let that hope guide you, inspire you, and drive you to achieve heights that even the darkest of intentions could never diminish. This is your time. This is your moment. And as you take each step forward, let the determination in your heart be the force that shatters every chain of negativity and every attempt to destroy what you are destined to become. You are a warrior, a beacon of resilience, and the embodiment of hope. May you continue to rise no matter the obstacles, and may your journey be filled with the unyielding spirit of victory. Thank you, and remember always, you are unstoppable.